I'm Marko Vitorovic from Serbia. Welcome to my video on how to properly use and form the past perfect simple. The past perfect simple is used to talk about completed actions in the past. We often use it when we have more than one action in a sentence to make clear which action happened first. Or in other words, we use it when we describe an action that happened before all other actions or events in the past. This tense is usually used together with the past simple to show the order of actions. To explain this further, let's have a look at the following sentences. Here are the sentences. John left the house at 7:30. Mary rang John's doorbell at 8. In both of these examples, we used the verb form for the past simple tense. Left and rang. These are two completed actions in the past. It's easy to tell which action happened first. All we have to do is look at the time. 7:38. The action that happened first is obviously this one. John left the house at 7:30. The second action is Mary rang John's doorbell at 8. Now we want to combine these two sentences into one. This time, however, we won't use the exact time when the actions took place. The new sentence goes like this. Mary rang John's doorbell, but John had left the house. This part of the sentence is the action which happened first. As you can see, we used the verb form had left, which is the verb form for the past perfect simple in this case. Since this is the first action, we'll place number 1 here. This action, had left, happened earlier in the past. It happened before this action. Mary rang John's doorbell. We'll place number 2 here because this is the second action in the past. Here we use the past simple verb form, rang. We can illustrate the use of the past perfect simple in this sentence by drawing a diagram or a timeline. Here we have the timeline. This point here represents the present or the now. We have the future and the past. We have already said that this action, John had left the house, happened first. So now we will mark that moment in the past in the diagram. We'll place it here. After some time, Mary came to John's house and rang the doorbell. That's the second action that happened. We'll place it here. Now you can see how we use the past perfect simple to show that one action happened before another action in the past. Let's have a look at some more examples of the past perfect simple. I had arrived before the accident. In this sentence, the action had arrived happened before the event, the accident. Remember that we can use the past perfect simple to show that one action happened before another action, event, or even a moment in the past. He had saved his document when the computer crashed. The first action is he had saved the document. The second action is the computer crashed. Remember that the first action is with the verb in the past perfect simple, and the action that follows it is with the verb in the past simple. They were tired because they had not slept well. They were tired is what happened as a result of the action. They had not slept well. Had not slept is the negative form of the verb. She had finished her work before she met her friend. The train had already left the station when I arrived. Here we have this word already, which is used here to put stress on the whole action. Finally, in this sentence, Peter had fallen asleep before 9 o'clock. We have an action that happened before a moment in the past, 9 o'clock. In the end, let's deal with the verb formation of the past perfect simple in different types of sentences. We'll begin with positive sentences. I had arrived or I'd arrived. He had saved or he'd saved. We had slept or we'd slept. The train had left. We can say I had arrived or I'd arrived, where I'd is used instead of I had. It is usually used in spoken language. We make positive sentences by beginning the sentence with a subject. We add the past tense of the verb to have, which is had, and the past participle of a verb, which can be a regular verb, such as arrived or saved, or an irregular verb, such as slept or left. We always use this form, had, no matter what kind of a subject stands here at the beginning. It can be in plural or singular. This verb had never changes. Also, we use the contracted form for had, usually with personal pronouns. I'd, we'd, he'd. We don't use it with a subject that is a noun or a personal name. To make negative sentences, we add the word not here. So we have examples: I had not arrived or I hadn't arrived. Hadn't is again the contracted form of had not, and it's usually used in spoken language. We had not slept or we hadn't slept. To form a negative sentence, we begin it with a subject, then we add had and not, and we finish it with the past participle of a verb. To make questions, we begin a sentence with the verb had, then we add a subject and the past participle of a verb. Had I arrived? Had the train left? That is the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.